Hi, I'm Jim Peters, just recording my new worship album, and I thought I might just go over how we set up the drum kit for recording. If you're interested, it's a fairly complex thing, and it took many days of research and had a lot of help from people like Terry Cox, one of my engineers, who I'm very grateful to. But this is the setup that we've chosen. We've got the kick over here, and inside the kick, using an Audix D6, which is about, I guess about 10 inches from the beater. Then outside the drum, this other thing here that looks a bit like a snare drum is a Yamaha sub-kick microphone. So it's picking up the sub-bass notes there. And then around here on the snare, I've mic'd the snare both top and bottom. And on the top of the snare, I'm using a Shure SM57. And underneath the snare, I'm using an old Rode mic. It's actually a Friedman. Peter Friedman started the Rode company, and if you look up underneath, you've got it almost right underneath the snare itself, just sitting there on the snare. The hats, first of all, back to the snare for just a second. It's really important to reverse the phase on the bottom snare mic. On the hats, I've got a blue condenser mic, and it's really good because it's a vocal mic and it's not picking up too much of the spill from the snare and the rest of the kit. On the toms, on the high tom, I'm using an EV, and you can see that pretty much all of the snare and tom mics are in the same direction, and this is so that you don't get any phasing problems when you're recording. It's important that all the mics are as parallel as you can get them without interrupting the drummer. On the on the second tom and on the floor tom, again, we've got Shure SM57s. And finally, for the overheads, well, not quite finally, but penultimately, using Rode NT2s as overheads. And with the overheads, it's important that you get them in the center of the way the cymbals actually fluctuate, so that you don't get any flutter and overflow from those. And then finally, just down there, it's a blue bottle, and I'm using that as a room mic. And the great thing about that, if we pan back to the drum kit, this is a brilliant mic, multi-purpose. But if we pan back, you can see that the microphone is actually a little right of center and angled between the snare and the kick drum. And the results have been phenomenal. Anyway, hope that helps someone, and thank you very much for watching. Bye for now.